Hey gents, how are we?
Good, mate.
Good, thank you, Jason.
Thought we'd fit in, just do a quick little episode here, just on live action Batman portrayals. We talked about it before and we thought it was worthy of a bit of a chat and a recording.
It was a very good discussion at the pub over a few schooners. Got very heated.
Well, exactly. Pub convos are normally good. Well, they can be good convos. Depends how many schooners you've had, eh?
And which establishment you frequent at?
Vacant. Hey, Führer.
Right. So anyway, that's going to be the short topic for today. So I propose we go from worst to best.
And how are you doing? Are you splitting Bruce Wayne and Batman, or are you looking at the whole package?
What if we do like an overall, but we can critique as we go? If we start at the bottom, I feel like that's going to make it easier, and it's just going to get more difficult as we work our way up. Let's start with you, Phil. Who do you think's at the bottom?
I think I'd have to go Clooney. I think you've got the cheesiness, which is of its era. Ironically, he probably has the image, which could have matched it, but I don't think he encompasses a true Batman.
I don't think you're going to get an argument from either of us.
No. As suave as he is, and that voice and mannerisms and everything else, he's not.
Yeah,
doesn't hold a candle up against the rest. It's
And see, he probably could have been okay. So he's one you could say that was a good cast at the right time, but the wrong director, because it was what's his name, Schumacher, who did that, and he did the Kilmer one too, didn't he? I feel like he did both of them, Schumacher, and they're both so cheesy. I mean, the Bat credit card, the ice blades coming out of the feet, the horrendous puns, like the.
But what do you think now? I can't picture Clooney doing an action role, but if he was cast today as an older Bruce Wayne, I think he would be able to do it.
Yeah.
With a slight comment and quip without being cheesy.
But like you said, it'd be a grizzled thing, and if you get the right director, obviously having the idea of what they want, then you get that perfect combo, you get something good.
Absolutely.
But you had Joel Schumacher with it being mid to late 90s and whatever fever dream he was having about Batman, Clooney was just sort of thrown into a bad situation.
Yes. There was kind of the evolution from the Keaton era where it was what's his name? Director?
Burton.
Yeah, that whole dark.
It was dark and gothic, yeah.
What was the 90s? It was the pop era.
That's right, across the board, not just Batman. So are we casting judgment that Clooney currently, when we assess it, is a bad choice, or even at the time, would we go, oh, this isn't good?
I think as a follow-up from Keaton, he was a bad choice. Yeah. But as a follow-up from Kilmer...
But both Kilmer and Keaton were to get the ladies. It was the popular vote, because these heartthrobs are going to be in the movie. Girls are going to bring their boyfriends over. It's a Batman movie. The boys are going to go because it's Batman.
But even at the time, when Keaton was cast... people were saying, he can't play Batman. He's the wrong choice. He's going to be terrible. And
Keaton, I said Kilmer and Clooney.
You said Keaton, didn't you?
No.
I have to rewind.
Check the tape!
Both Kilmer and Keaton were to get the ladies. You know my stance on this.
That's why I was getting a knickers in a twist. No, okay, all right, we'll move on. But yes, okay, Kilmer and Clooney. Okay, that's fine.
It was the lady vote to get him.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. A bloke's going to see a Batman movie because it's got the title Batman in it.
Yeah. Clooney. Okay, next.
This is where I feel like I start to split hairs.
Hey, there was some more pondering there than I expected. Okay.
So you're saying Kilmer? Why?
I agree with
being a Batman.
I agree with Kilmer.
He's there. He's trying it, but it just didn't mesh.
Is he a very good actor?
Kilmer.
Yeah.
So what went wrong?
Oh, it comes down to writing and directing.
I think that was another Joel Schumacher one. So
there's a trend here.
Yeah.
Nothing against you, Mr. Schumacher.
Look, they're the only two movies of his that I'm aware of.
I wonder why.
Honestly, I didn't even know who directed either. So.
No.
Yeah, pretty sure it was Joel Schumacher. So, well, yeah, I'm agreeing with Lyle. I'm going to say Kilmer. Not that it's tough. Like, again, maybe he had the potential, but the movie and the writing and the directing and it wasn't there. He's probably less believable as a Bruce Wayne than Clooney. But on a whole, it was less terrible than Clooney's version. So,
No, I agree.
Next.
and I'd say that Clooney would probably agree with that as well. I know he's not even a fan of the movie. Okay, now is where it starts to get difficult.
No, I've got my choice, but I'll wait.
Okay, no, if you...
Lyle, what do you got?
Well, I think I'll wait to see what Jason's got.
Thanks. So this is where it gets tough because, as we said, if we're going to split hairs between, say, casting and potential, and
Yes.
I'm going to say...
I'll throw it in. I will go with Pattinson. And the reason
Okay.
I go with him is because I was very eager for the Batman. I was very excited.
Yep.
I liked it. I liked its tone. But if I remove the actor and I look at who actually played the role, I go... And I know this was the preconceived notion as well. And then people said, no, he did well. He was a little bit wimpy. He was a little bit lost and juvenile, which I know people say that's the point of the role. It's
Yeah.
the start of it. But I think from a casting point of view, he most definitely doesn't have the Bruce Wayne that I'm used to, that egotistical stance on life, but that's probably because he's young. From a Batman point of view, yeah, I think I liked everything about the film and I liked his acting. I don't think he was amazing though.
Okay.
So that's why he would be my third.
That's fair.
I'll agree with that. I like your comment there where you said if you remove the actor out of it. So let's just say, yep, it's Batman, but you pull Robert Pattinson out of that suit.
Yep.
And the suit still does the rest of the movie.
Yep.
Does it carry as a movie? No, not as much. Yeah, your wimpy comment.
Yep.
Even though the last time we discussed it, I didn't agree. But now the way you've worded it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's would the movie carry on if Batman was faceless? And
Yeah, okay.
that movie, I don't feel it would.
Okay.
It's holding on to that A-list actor status to...
Okay, that's fair.
But a great film. But is it
Oh, look,
Batman?
I'm still hanging out for the next one. 'Cause
Absolutely. Me too. And he is acting Batman too. I think it'll be great.
Yeah. So
Are you going to put it there or are you going to swap another one?
I'm torn between him or Affleck. The reason being is that, and I know you and me have talked about this, Lyle, is that Affleck felt like the biggest wasted potential. So not miscasting or anything. The scene in, I think it's Batman vs Superman, where there's all the bad guys upstairs and he breaks up through the floor.
Oh, yeah, yes.
That, and I only saw someone else talk about this online very recently, and they said that 4 minutes, whatever it is, of him just kicking the shit out of like 20 guys is the most Batman moment possibly ever put to film. And you'd have to agree. However, the moments where he's an awesome Batman are limited to that. Again, I think he's a good Bruce Wayne. I think I was excited for him as Batman because he was older.
Absolutely.
He was grizzled. He had the physique.
Yep.
Like, he's a big guy.
I 100% wasn't. I remember telling you guys years ago, Affleck, Batman, bullshit. You know?
I was saying,
He's the guy out of, what's the...
the crappy one with his then wife, that one. Giggly, whatever the hell it was called.
Oh, Gigi. Or
Yeah,
whatever it is.
whatever
no,
that
no,
is.
I was thinking more of, he's the wanker out of Mallrats and the,
Yeah.
Dickie Angel out of Dogma. He can't play a badass.
But that's it. Like, so I feel like those 4 minutes of action are fantastic. The few moments before the whole Martha bullshit, where he stands up to Superman, is awesome. But they're so out of a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah.
It's maybe 10 minutes.
So he's again been let down.
So I think he was wasted potential. So
you're going to put Affleck.
So this is the thing. If we're just talking about this, is where we start to, I guess, split hairs. Is on a whole, the movie and the performance of Pattinson I really liked, whereas Affleck at his best moments in the movie,
Outshone.
outshone.
True, but was Pattinson Batman? Did he play Batman or Bruce Wayne?
I feel like he filled the role of what was necessary.
I was waiting for him to sparkle, some stages.
I've never seen Twilight, and I probably never will.
Old Daywalker.
Yeah. I felt like he played the role. He was meant to be young and naive and still that sort of brattish.
Sure.
I'm not saying that it's meant to necessarily be enjoyable, but I got what they were going for.
Yep.
So if we're just going from...
Remember, it's Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Right.
So
Maybe just Batman.
Yeah, I might have to agree. I might have to go Pattinson just because of those moments when you see Affleck as Batman was just phenomenal.
So are we therefore saying Affleck's then the next level?
I would say Affleck is
Yep.
next.
Agreed.
Yep. For those reasons.
For those reasons, yeah. If there was a movie of him being that Batman without all the other weird shit that Snyder put in, I mean, he'd be higher on the list.
Right.
But I feel like he's next.
You kind of hate that you don't get to see what actually hits the cutting room floor, what's gotten cut from what the actors film. You know, that's why it takes so long. They film so much extra stuff.
Yeah.
And then the first time they see the movie is, oh, okay, that's not in it. Those we did 64 takes of that, and it's not in the film
not
kind
even
of
in.
thing. So
Yep.
you don't know.
His Batman movie that he wanted to make never got made.
No.
He was, I don't know who all the parties were, but wasn't it him and Snyder, Warner Brothers, and a fourth party?
Yes.
Couldn't agree on stuff, and I think he just ended up folding, saying it shouldn't be this hard
Exactly.
to get the character I've already played made into a solo movie.
But see, what's Affleck's role? Is it the accountant?
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you look at that side of him, when he goes into, you know, beat the shit up mode, that's where that grittiness really comes into play, I reckon.
And that's it. He's figured out what works
Yep.
for him, and now he does it well.
That's it. So I think we didn't get to see the scope of Bruce Wayne for him as well. You know,
Yeah, not properly.
is Bruce Wayne at his age, and you guys know the backstory because you follow it, is he still a womanizer or is he beyond that? Is he...
Yeah,
What is Bruce Wayne at that age? Where does he stand?
yeah.
Is he fed up with the business world, or is he just rolling in money and he loves the high life?
Well, and I think most of that has always just been that's his character, that's who he has to play.
Yeah.
Because the real version of him is Batman.
Yes.
But one moment where I guess that line between Batman and Bruce Wayne sort of merge is it Batman vs Superman? It's one of the movies where he's involved.
Yes.
And it's when it's showing something that happens during the Superman movie, Man of Steel, and the buildings are collapsing,
yeah.
and he just runs in his business suit into all the rubble, and you go, yeah, that's showing just how badass
Yeah.
he can be. But
So that's a shame because maybe potentially Affleck could have been number one if given another movie or two.
the fact that they didn't do a proper follow-up with him and Henry Cavill,
Actually, him getting his own, as you said, solo movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was where it felt.
Let him down.
yeah, but they rushed everything to get a Justice League movie out to try and compete with Avengers, is that it was just all just that. It was rushed. It was garbage. You hadn't built up any connection with any of the characters, no backstory. Like, you didn't give a shit. So that nothing was at stake.
Yeah.
Whereas, who didn't want to see a Batman versus Superman with everything building up to that critical point, as opposed to being, oh, it's happening now, right
Yes.
away. This is where we start. And if that's your starting,
Martha.
Yeah.
Rightio.
yeah, we could wax idiotic about that forever. So
Top two.
top two,
Keaton and Bale left.
For me,
yeah.
So Keaton's your number one
Keaton's my number one.
because
He plays the billionaire aloof kind of character so well that you don't believe that he is Batman. No one suspects,
which is the
Bruce
point,
Wayne's
isn't it?
Batman.
Yep.
He does it so well. You're like, what the hell? Don't get me wrong, Bale does it just as well, but I just felt Keaton.
So what lets
Not
Bale
really.
down? Why isn't he number one? What should he
Why
have
is
done?
he number one for you guys? Is that what you're trying to
No,
say?
but I'm saying, is it the Batman side, the Bruce Wayne side? What's letting him down for you to not be number one?
Again, it comes down to movies and everything you get to see in the portrayal. And Batman was, one of the favourite kid movies. Don't get me wrong, when Batman Begins came out, I thought it was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. So,
Well, like I said on the previous podcast, I love that film so much. Begins is just so good.
I know they try to do the whole arc. Again, being a fan of the cartoons and everything else, it's hard because you have a high expectation.
Yeah.
In the cartoons, he's an absolute 100% strategist. He's planned out. He's played that game of chess before he's even reached, the dark shadow before he pops out.
Yeah.
But in the movies, everything's a reaction.
It's meant to be a bit more grounded, but I understand where you're coming from because you want that. Maybe not to the same level. But
No, just a bit. That's what Batman does. He plans.
Yeah.
He's meticulous.
He's a strategist.
And a lot of the time, Bale just bumbles into shit.
Yeah. I mean, especially in Begins, because that was sort of part of the arc. Yeah.
And then you've got to learn those lessons to be smarter and flow on.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything can.
All right, Phil. What about
It's
you?
weird. Yeah, I would put Christian Bale as number one. And I don't know if you boys have seen American Psycho.
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
All except for maybe the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, and look, I think that's a phenomenal film in its own right. But to me, I see Christian Bale playing the Batman role as slight grittiness, suaveness, but there's a bit of a psychotic tone to him rather than a likable tone. Okay. And I feel like Bruce Wayne should be well liked. Men want to be him, women want to date him. And I think he plays a bit of an asshole like an American Psycho. So I think that's where, even though Christian Bale's number one, I think he's losing that charismatic tone.
Yeah.
I think he plays a good Batman. Maybe the voice is a bit overdone, but I like that he's rough and tumble. He's not a superhero, so to speak. You know, he makes mistakes. He's learning. He relies on his gadgets. However, I think his Bruce Wayne actually lets him down. And I think his image as well, minus the suit, kind of lets him down as well. I think he looks a bit 1990s businessman than a suave, sophisticated person. So I don't know. For me, there's room to grow. There's room for another Batman. But for me, he's the number one.
I probably tend to agree. Like, I feel like his Batman was so good because that is who he was.
Yes.
Like, he didn't actually give a shit about being Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
It was just, that was the facade.
Mm-hmm.
But because he was so detached from that, that did let it down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's judging him as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So, in saying that, there is something just magical about Keaton being able to do both so well.
Mm-hmm.
I think out of the pure fact that it's been so long since I've seen a Keaton one, I'm going to have to go with Bale as number one and Keaton two.
That's fine. You guys have your opinion.
But this is all for revisiting because I do actually want to sit down and watch both of Keaton's again.
Yes.
I have no interest in... I mean, maybe we could do Forever and Batman and Robin at some point as a...
Not going to lie, I thought there was another Batman movie in there, which Kilmer was... I dead set thought Clooney did too for some reason.
No, God, no. Were those bat nibbles and credit card?
That was enough.
That was enough.
So
yeah,
consensus.
Two of these.
Bale number one.
Yeah, I'd go with Bale. Mm-hmm. It straws between the two for me because... And maybe it's just the age of the films. Maybe it's...
That's right.
Maybe it's the nostalgia for me because, 2005 was nearly 20 years ago.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's... They're all worth revisiting because most of those are great portrayals of Batman, in my opinion. It's... Yeah.
Great.
So who is a current or former, actor who should have played Batman?
That's a good one.
Or split the roles. Who would play a good Batman? Who would play a good Bruce Wayne?
Bruce Wayne, right.
You could create your ultimate Batman.
Well, this is where you have the opportunity. If you push into that Batman Beyond era, you can get your Bruce Wayne and your Terry McGinnis. Terry something. Yeah, Terry.
I can't think of his name.
So
yeah.
Batman Beyond.
Yeah. So, I can't think of his name, though. So that's where I would say, you may have talked about it, Michael Keaton would be the perfect Batman for Batman Beyond because he's old.
Yeah.
He's already played Batman, so it works.
Makes sense. Mm-hmm.
And then if they'd done it right, they possibly even could have got someone like Robert Pattinson to play the new Batman being Coach because
Yeah, I see that.
he's not the gritty version. He's not this super detective. He's not. He's a kid learning from the expert. So that could have worked. But, that's been done now. But, what's his name? Who plays Spider-Man currently?
No, I don't think he...
Toby Maguire.
Yeah, the 50-year-old. Yeah.
See where you're going.
Oh, shit. What's his Irish? Zendaya.
Yeah, married or with her.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy. No, not Tom Hardy. It'd be a good choice.
Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Holland.
Thank you. Jesus.
Tom Hiddleston.
I was just saying Tom.
No, I don't...
Too wimpy.
No, but if you've seen Batman Beyond, he's a bit of a quirky wimp. So it's this whole future thing. Anyway, if we were going from that show,
yes,
he would sort of suit it. But yeah, if you were to upscale it to a live action thing, that's why I said Pattinson initially, because I mean, he's shown he can do it, but if it was tied in with a old grizzled guy,
But then like if you do it that way, you could also say Timothy
Chalamet.
Whatever it is. He's got that young, he's got that youth, he's got the
the young and the
agility.
youth. Yeah,
Well, who's the guy that's just been cast potentially as a new 007?
Henry Cavill.
What's his name?
Oh yeah, Aaron.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The guy.
Could he, now he can't if he is 007, could he have played a Batman?
I mean,
Well, he's playing a James Bond, which is in essence a Bruce Wayne.
possibly, yeah. I don't know him.
No, I don't know him well
enough.
No.
Projects, but
Is that...
What? Have you seen Tenet?
no.
Okay. Have you seen The Wall?
The Wall.
Yeah.
No. John Cena.
Yeah, he's in it too.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%.
With like we're talking about Matt Damon. No, what are we talking
You're
about?
thinking of the...
Aaron.
You're thinking of...
The Great Wall.
No. No,
I was like, what are they doing in that movie? Matt Damon was enough. I haven't seen that one either.
Is that where Batman is not doing the 007 thing? You know, 007's who is going to play him, and they cast not an unknown, but someone that's a bit left of field. Is that maybe where Batman should go next? Where
I
it's
thought
not.
they did that with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was a left of field in the sense that we knew who he was playing this character. I'm talking about who is this guy? You know, get an actor that is left
Like
of field that's not a big name.
Let's say like an unknown.
An
entirely.
unknown. Is that what they need to do?
Speaking of Batman, I haven't seen the new Flash movie to actually watch Keaton
No, neither have I.
as what's he? What's he?
Batman.
No. What's Bruce's father's name? Andrew or Thomas Wayne?
Thomas.
Yeah, as Thomas Wayne as the Batman. But then again, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
He at one stage he was rumored to play the what's he Batman, and again you think that's an old grizzled.
He would have actually been good for that. That's on. I mean, don't get me wrong. Glad Keaton.
Oh hell yeah, he's Batman.
Yeah, I like that he said that at that college speech or whatever, giving all this advice. And I just have one last thing to say. It's the most important thing I'll say today, and make sure everyone remembers it. I'm Batman. And that's how we use the speech.
Mic drop.
Yeah. Like, that is so good. Like, only a handful of people can say that. One of which isn't Clooney.
No.
No, he'd have to say, I was Batman.
No, he...
And never will be.
Yeah. He...
And then sip on Nescafe.
Well, sorted.
Yeah. Definitive. I said maybe that's a revisit down the road when we've...
Or when we're old and grizzled and there's maybe two more Batmans underneath us, I suppose.
Oh, if we rewatch a few.
First comment in this will be, where was Adam West?
Oh, look, that's fair.
Because he's God to you.
I've never seen the whole movie. I've only seen snippets. And I'm sure it's funny and great, but...
He played it when it was the shark scene, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Anti-shark repellent.
That's right.
Yep, and the dehydration of the United Nations. They rehydrated the United Nations.
And I can't think of his name. The guy plays Mickey from Rocky was the Joker.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I used to watch that, like we had it on VHS.
I should watch it.
Used to watch it like my kid watches friggin' Coco Melon.
Okay.
Couldn't get enough of Batman and Robin climbing up the building,
rope, yeah.
and they just turned the camera on the side and they just walked up whatever it was and dehydrating.
All right, well...
On that note.
Thanks again, guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
No worries. We'll be back sometime in the future.